We're back live in the FlairBar.com studio, back at Tales of the Cocktail 2010 in New Orleans, or depending on where.
New Orleans.
He's already got the
New
accent.
Orleans, as we say in French.
And if you haven't noticed, we have someone, just shows you how big Tales of the Cocktail is. All the way from France. Emile, how you doing?
Hi, pleasure to meet you, Rob.
Very nice.
Good.
Now, so, your first time at Tales, I believe this is, right?
Yeah, this is our first time at Tales. Pretty much like to see how everything's going on, seeing everyone from the industry, that's cool. So, yeah, pretty much first experience over here.
Came to see everyone in the industry cool, and he's hanging out with Grant Moore from 360 Vodka. Let me say, you're doing something right off the bat, first of all. But let me ask you this, how did you hear about Tales all the way in France?
Actually, in France, like, Tales is not that popular because bartenders don't really, like, talk about it, like, but it's getting on. And actually, as we are running a bar school over there, we thought that it would be good to come here and just get networking with everyone and seeing how things go on and maybe setting up something for next year. We don't really know, that's really a first experience and really to get on for us.
Nice, okay, so now that you're here, you heard about it, now that you're here, what are your thoughts?
Actually, that's great, that's a lot of fun, that's good to see everyone, a lot of, it's interesting as well, and tasting new products, seeing new tendencies. The seminar were pretty good, and yeah, that's a great experience. I guess like that's one of the best experiences that I had like around the bar industry in the US.
I agree. To me, Tales of the Cocktail, at least in my opinion, is one of the most biggest, complete, prestigious mixology events in the United States that at least I've been headed to. It's like amazing the amount of knowledge and the professionalism of it all. Let alone at nighttime, everyone drops their ties, ties around their head, party your asses off, and network your, and meet everybody. I think it's a great combination of balance too.
And the thing that is great, that's if you even see like all around the world on markets, everyone are fighting for their own products. But at the end of the night, they all party together.
Yeah.
Like we just party last night, and there was like people from either Grey Goose or Belvedere or Viborov or Absolute, and we like it's all friend. It's like yeah, like a big friendship all together, and I think that's great. That's what it's about bartending. Bartending is just about like having fun, enjoying. Either you work for one brand or another. Like in our bar school, we work with pretty much every brand because we cannot have exclusivity with one kind of product. So we have to show everything and to explain everything to our students. But yeah, I think that's great because it's only about having fun and sharing experience. This is what is bartending.
I agree. This is what it's about. Now let me say, you touched on the seminars. What, in your opinion, was your favorite seminar? Which one and why that you've been here so far? Tales of the Cocktail?
I've been at the gin seminar presented by Simon Ford, like gin and prohibition.
We went to his spirited dinner. Excellent. Go ahead.
That was very nice. And the one I missed it, but I heard that it was very good. This is the only one that I've been. I love and I hate vodka.
Oh yeah, how was that?
About it. I wasn't there, but I heard that it was like very cool. And the other one was the another one on gin as well, presented by Philip Duff.
Oh, Philip's very controversial.
Yeah.
He was a guest last year, an old friend of FlairBar.com. He actually used to write articles for us.
Yeah.
But if you ever get a chance to talk to him, yeah, you're gonna keep talking and doing a lot of drinks while you're talking. He just keeps going.
Oh yeah, he just keeps going on. But actually, that's that kind of person that I love, like having drinks, because you're just listening and he has like so much to share and so much to. That's great. Like, and this is pretty much about that. Like, you just keep drinking and keep talking, and like you're getting like so much like interesting stuff from those kind of person.
Great ideas, and then also ideas to stir the pot, maybe spark new ideas for you to do something else. And
exactly.
Share the wealth of knowledge.
This is what it's about bartending. It's not like sometimes like you just meet bartenders. They're just like, yeah, I've done that, but I don't want to share it. Or I don't want to share it. I don't think that that's great because you just do things on your own. And I think like we are like in the whole same package, and we all like growing the bartending culture together.
I agree 100%. And in my experience with it growing up is, a little before I got into bartending, I was actually into DJing, and this might be a little funny, but doing some wedding DJs and stuff like that, and house parties. But the DJ that trained me, he was all about sharing the music. Like, hey, that's a great song. What is it? And some DJs wouldn't tell you. Oh, it's a white label, meaning there was no label, so they wouldn't tell you what it was. Like, I don't know. But he was like, no, it's this song. Read it. This is the same thing here. The same thing I translate. Like, oh, that's a great drink. What's it? Oh, let me show you.
Yeah.
You know, here's my recipe. Make it yours. Maybe you make it better than I do. Or you can try something. Oh, I never would have thought of that. It makes it so much better. It's just all about.
And
like
this is how like it's get evolution on the bartending culture, like as DJing or as cuisine. Like I guess like bartending is like getting pretty much the same. Like we see our tendencies in France, like they are getting closer from the French cuisine. So from food and like all those flavors that we are sharing, it's much less it's less sweet. We're much more going like on a bitter taste and a well-balanced taste.
Now, let me ask you this. You touched on it earlier. Your facility and your school in France, what is the name of it? What is it about? And how do people get to know more information about it?
So actually the facility, the name of the company is Hugo and Spirits. So Hugo and Spirits actually is a company was been built like 5 years ago now. It was mainly a consultancy company. Then we opened our facility so in Paris with 400 square meters. So that's 2 levels for training bartenders. So we got a flair zone area. We got the main bar where we are running some seminars for comparison of product. And we have like a whole area for cocktail workshop with like a build station, bar station, with fridge where bartender can come and just we train them on products or how to work or how to make cocktails or just how to pour a beer, just to know the basic of bartending. We got 3 different sessions we got 3 courses actually. We get the bartending courses, so it's like very for basics. So getting to know the product, what is a vodka, what is a gin, what is a syrup, like how it's made, what a product have come from, how to pour a beer, how to just carry a tray, because some of them don't really know about that. Like they just do things without like having the right basics and the right mechanism. Then the second course, it's much more in cocktail. So how to create a well-balanced cocktail, how to know your classics actually, some history about it. And the third session is about flair.
Nice.
So we do as well flair.
Flair, you know, okay, when I think of flair, I think of many things. But one thing that comes to mind is finest call in the finest call stall. I'm sure you've seen some flair bartending competitions. Yeah. And so what I'd ask you to do for you right now is I would love to have you show me a finest call stall.
Flairing?
Yeah, anything. Just.
I'm not really into flair.
Yeah, you're not into flair, but right off the bat, the first try, finest call stall. Perfect. Good job, brother.
I'm not actually like, if you want, like in our facility, like we have a guy like who's called Romain. He's the one who's running the flair training. I'm much more on running the bartending and cocktail training, so we share the pot together. Mm-hmm. Like he's very good in what he's doing, and I'm like I respect like, and yeah, I'm much more into like history style of the thing. So and that's good actually because like each one of us we have our own part, and it works pretty well.
It's a great marriage between the two, and that's what we're starting to see starting last year for me is the balance between mixology, flair bartenders, and everyone kind of coming together and breaking all those walls. And he's like, you know what? We're all bartenders.
We're all bartenders. That's what I say. Like, you heard sometimes people, yeah, I'm a mixologist, master mix. Yeah, all right. But at the end, we're all making cocktails. Mm-hmm. We can flair to make cocktails. Some others just measure into it. But at the end, like, the aim is just to giving a good service. That's your client liked it. That's enjoyed the drinks, and this is only about making drinks correctly. Mm-hmm. And after that, like, you can get any status that you want, but we all like pull booze and make good drinks.
I agree. I think it's all about, when it comes down to it, a great cocktail and a great experience. Exactly. And that's how everything goes
That's
hand in hand.
how it works together. I mean, like, sometimes like people just ask you, what is your favorite drinks? I don't have any favorite drinks. I don't have any favorite drinks. It's just the people that I'm with in a certain place. I mean, I can have a beer down here or have the best cocktail like I see in New York on a cocktail bar. Maybe that experience in New York won't be the best because like in New Orleans, I just had a beer with my friend and we just enjoyed it and the bar was cool and the service was great. You don't know, like it's just about like being together.
Kind of like when I'm with Brian Lucas, we always have a great time together.
Yeah.
Hey! Actually, we'll get to see more of him later. But hey, you've been talking about cocktails. Now I'm kind of like salivating right now. Do you mind when we come back from break, coming back to the flairbar.com bar and actually making a cocktail for us?
Of course.
Awesome. Well,
Let's do it.
I'm excited. We'll be back right after these messages.
We'll be back. See you soon.